Hello everybody, this is Astocky here, and I'm now back from my time away, and I'm playing Kerbal Space Program. It's actually updated to another version since I've been away, and I've been messing around a little bit while I've been away, so I have a slightly different mod loadout than I had before, and I've also decided I'm going to have just a bit of a play around and see if I can get to the moon and a couple of other different planets prior to starting the campaign, because I've realised that I'm pretty rubbish at docking and a whole lot of other things, and so that's not the best time to be spending my own stuff. So let's start with two of the mods. The first adds this bit just here, which is plug-in assembly loader or something like that. I think I had that last time, I'm not totally sure. I've now found out that it works with 0.19.1, so I'm using that. I've got this other one here called the part filter, and let's say I wanted a docking. I could type DOCK and it would show me just the docking things. So that kind of enables you, if you know what you want, like I want the nuclear engine, I can't be bothered to find it, you can just start to type and it will turn up. So that's fantastic. This allows you to kind of load big sections of a craft. I've got to start with something first, so let's put that in there. So you can see it allows you to save landers, lifters, probes, and kind of load them. So I can now go up, click on that, go up to here, click, and now I could save that sub-assembly. So I'm not going to do that because that would be just crazy, but you could do that, that would work just perfectly. Trying to think of what else I put in here. We already had MechJeb, Kethane Pack, Payload Pack I already had. I've shown you before the home and the Ferram aerospace research that adds the really cool atmospheric effects. I know there is definitely something else in here that I added. Well, clearly the wheels are now part of the default game, so I didn't need to add those. There's the cargo bay, the LSI cargo bay, that allows you to add like pods that open up, and you can see it's got attachment points on the inside as well as the outside, so you can have like a space shuttle. It would have some payload contained internally, which would help to balance space planes out. I know there was something else. I have added protractor. It adds a little thing, kind of like MechJeb, but it's a tiny little thing that just sits on the side of your ship, and it adds a few functions that allows you to do some really cool orbital stuff that MechJeb doesn't add. So that's why I kind of added that, and clearly I've got MechJeb in. I'm sure there is a bunch of other things that I can't think of off the top of my head. I've tried re-adding the quantum fuel transfer system and the quantum struts. I don't know if they're going to work or not. Hopefully they will, and that would be awesome. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I guess I'll kind of test that out and see whether it crashes the game as we start going. Whoops. Parts filter. So let's just build a little bit of a basic something, and I'm going to see if I can try and do a bit of a docking. So we'll throw that on there, and then we want to do a docking port. Let's rotate that around. So for those of you who don't know, the WASD and Q and E can actually be used to rotate things around. I don't want to put that just there yet. Before I do that, see, that's the only slight problem you have with it, that you occasionally forget you've got it on. I want to go for quad symmetry of this, and then in between those things I want to put some thrusters. Where's my thrusters? Where are my thrusters? RCS. Okay, what are you called then? If you're not an RCS thing. Monopropellant tank. There we are. Don't know why you didn't show up. That'll help me to maneuver myself. Not the most streamlined of devices, but it'll do. Why can't I pick you up? There we go. So take a docking port there. Where was docking port again? Actually, maybe. No, that's too big, isn't it? And that's too big. Okay. New design. Let's throw that out. Let's start with a bigger command pod. So this time we want docking port. Much nicer. Okay. Now we've got a bunch of stuff that's a lot bigger this time, so this should be fine. Let's go for the control. We want the bigger SAS module. It's going to mean I can have more of these things. Yeah, 6 of them is going to work perfect. No, 6 of them is not going to work perfect. 8 of them is going to work perfectly. And then hopefully I can attach my RCS thrusters in between on 4 symmetry. I'm not liking the feel of that now. So these guys are going to go up here and they're going to be on 6, 8 symmetry. Turn off my hexy thingy so I can line them up just where I want them. There we go. So now those thrusters aren't going to hit these things, and we're going to have plenty of RCS fuel. Then we have our docking port. So now I want a decoupler. I think that was under structural, wasn't it? Ooh, 3 meter. That's a bit too big. That is a giant decoupler though, isn't it? And this whole thing is just going to crash and burn without parachute. So before I forget, parachutes, let's go for 4 of them. Wrong key. Yeah, 4 parachutes. Hopefully that will not make me end up in too much trouble. And this is a really ugly looking rocket. But what I want to do is go for a where was docking port? Why is not there you go, because I was on the first page. Let's try again. DOCK. So if I now put that there, that's going to help to allow this to turn around and then dock back with itself. This is going to allow me to practice all my fancy, flashy, fandangled docking. And you guys are going to get to see how bad I am at it. Jumbo fuel tank. Okay. There we go, that's going to work. And now we are going to need some structure, because otherwise this is going to wobble like a crazy thing. Yeah, that is nothing like what I was hoping for. You know, that is also nothing like I was hoping for, but it is going to do the job, because it has been instructed to. Now we want some thrust. This is not going to get off the ground without some thrust, so one big engine. Yep, one big giant engine. Now we're going to want some MechJeb, because I like MechJeb. MechJeb is my friend. There we go, just one MechJeb. Now MechJeb says we are going to have nowhere near enough delta V to get into orbit. So it is time for, I think they call them like an asparagus. The important thing is time for lots. Aha! There needs to be a way to decouple them, or they're not going to be any good to me. So, decoupletrons. And No, that's not going to work at all, is it? Okay, we want 4 times symmetry, 1 lot, and then 4 times symmetry. Why are you not? Why are you looking funny? How can you? What is going on here? That's a little better. Still not quite right, but this is going to be a much longer video than I had intended. And it's not going to do that much for me. Now this is a bug that you'll sometimes get with this game where for some reason it thinks parts are clipping even though that's clearly not clipping. If that ever happens to you, you just got to throw away what you got in your hand, you press Alt F12 and oops, you bring up the debug toolbar. Now basically you just say allow part clipping in editor and it will let you put them on. It will though let the parts clip, and clipping the parts is not what you want to do. But by doing this you can now get them attached. Come on, don't be stupid. You can now get them attached mostly where you want them to be and then turn debugging off and everything works normally from that point on. I don't know why it does it, it's just special. So now we're going to take these ones and put fuel over to those ones, so you can see now, and then we're going to take these ones and put fuel into the center, and now we're going to need some thrusters. Thrusters is the wrong word. We're going to need some high power extra fuel badoobers. I know I'm not saying this right, but you know what, I have no clue what. They should just be rocket engines, I guess, but they have a special name, and instead of using the special name I'm just going to call them crazy things. Now I'm going to throw on 4 tail fins to help with some stability, and you can see that brings up the Ferram Aerospace Research setup. And then I'm going to throw on another 4, and the reason I'm throwing the second 4 on is I'm going to attach onto the second 4, if I can work out how to do it, there we go, some control surfaces. So that's going to help. Okay, let's put the control surfaces on the correct one. Now the reason these are the correct ones is these are going to get dropped first, then these ones are going to get dropped next. So that means I have to sort out my staging. So we want all of the engines to fire off on the launch pad, and then we want not that one. So I'm thinking it's, yep, that one. You can see it lit up. With that one, and I have to be really careful here to make sure I get the correct ones. Yep, that one. I want them to drop off. So this will give me the modified asparagus that's going to get this thing into orbit. I think. How much delta V have we got? 541 plus 720. Yeah, you know what? This might not give me enough. So the solution to that is going to be to take that part. Nope. To take from that part down. Nope. Take from that part down. Okay. See? I knew I would get there eventually. And we're going to need to add some more fuel. So how are we doing now? There we go, much more fuel. Still a really good thrust to weight ratio, so we're still going to really be powering through the atmosphere here. Couple more fins, because stability is key. Now, I'm going to want to re-put those struts in, I think. Zoom back in a bit. Zoom, 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 zoom. I don't know how to make this point to the part that I want it to point to. Maybe there. What do we got? We appear to have 2 struts, not 4. So let's try this again. That is a hollow ring. Attach it on the inside of the hollow ring though, and then come down, maybe? What'd that do for me? Perfect. Perfect. Just nothing like what I wanted, but that will be perfect. For the sake of expediency, we are going to do that. So, let's launch this puppy to orbit and see how we go. I should have saved it, should have given it a name, and whatever. So there's my Kerbal alarm clock. I'm gonna... Yeah, and that didn't go that well. Why have you not disappeared? Maybe I gotta click that. There we go. Okay, so imagine that worked. That'd probably be a good idea. Let's see what we did wrong. Probably just fell on itself. So maybe 1 is probably not going to be enough. Let's imagine we had 4 of those on there. Yeah, that's looking like we know what we're doing. Let's call this Doomed 2. There we go, 1.1.1.2. Now I can make some fine adjustments to it and renumber it. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Come on. Feeling confident this time. Not sure that I should be. Not sure that I should be feeling confident at all, but we have not blown up yet. That's a pretty good start. So let's power on. Ascent autopilot. Bring you over here. We want to edit path. Yeah, whatever. This all looks just fine. Just fine. Let's auto stage. No, that's not stage. I want to control my stage. Throttles up. Engaging. Waiting liftoff. 3, 2, 1. Go. We appear to be intact. And that engine's going to overheat. That's going to go bad. And staging. We've got the wibble bobbles. We should probably have put some structure there. That's okay. Nothing wrong with the wibble wobbles. Now what I'm going to do is get some vehicle information, because we've currently got 2.48 to 1 thrust to weight, but this is going to pop off any second now. Now what are we at? 1.8 to 1. That's not too bad actually. And yeah, we seem to have some good control with MechJeb. We've got 36,000 Delta V left. I think this is going to be a winner. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm kind of feeling confident, and it's automatically throttled back to the point where it's going to explode. Yeah. You can hear some funky things. Yeah, look at that, it's twitching like crazy, and here we look like we're trying to snap ourselves in half. It's going to be a good gravity turn though. And just from the looks of things here, we have bucket loads of fuel left. How does MechJeb say we're doing? 2,900 Delta V left. Let's go have a look at our orbital information. Current apoapsis is 53 kilometers, 54, 55. Yeah, this is definitely good. Our mass is coming down quite quickly, but heaps of fuel left. Hopefully we might even have enough to circularize this orbit to a nice altitude. I'm looking to use a design fairly similar to this, but maybe using some solids that as they pop off, they leave and drop parachutes as part of the campaign, so I can kind of do some recovery. But this is definitely looking good. So yeah, up to a nice 100. I'm gonna time warp. Yeah, we got heaps of thruster weight, heaps of delta V left. All good stuff. And that brings to mind another thing that I have. It's the advanced maneuver nodes. Now the cool thing is, if I had a second maneuver node, now I can press O and switch in between them automatically, and then if I drag them off, they disappear. So what that allows you to do is to do some fine tuning to your orbit really easily, while you're looking at maybe your apoapsis, because you can actually change it without having to drag the little arrows in each direction. So that's a really useful thing. And I'm ever so slightly disappointed because pretty much all of these cool mods that I found, basically checking out the Kerbal Spaceport website, Scott Manley also found and released a video about before I could get home. So that's a bit of a bummer, but at the same time, if he's using the same kind of mods that I am, I know I'm probably finding some ones that are pretty good. Without jerking around. 100 by 100. Autopilot's off. Just gonna go to smartass. Look at that, we are in orbit and we've got a heap of fuel left. I think I could actually get to the moon on this, but what I actually want to do here is stop it. I actually want to, so maybe I can just hit spacebar. It's now a doomed probe. I don't know why it's doomed. Makes it sound really bad. Now let's see if I know my RCS keys. Okay, nope, that's not the one I wanted. Nope, turns out I have no idea what my RCS keys should be. Can't use the. Okay, okay, we are going to need some kind of fine controls. Yep, oh, wait. I do not have a clue what I'm doing. Now, open shield, activate docking camera. Now that is what is directly in front of me, and the idea is that that's going to help me dock. But I think, caps lock on for fine control. Let's see if that helps for starters. Yeah, that definitely seems to help. Now we want to we want to learn our keys. It is not M. Stop pressing M. H N J I. Okay, I know I've got this. Come on, stop rolling. Find the key. Okay, I thought I could do it. Settings. Oh, it won't even tell me the controls. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna have to use the docking controls. We want to go to. How do I change that? Okay, so we're in rotation mode now. So, what is happening? I don't even know what I'm doing. I've made it worse. Okay, that's definitely making it worse. Okay, that's making it better. Okay. Okay. I think I have finally got this sorted. Can I? Doomed probe. Why can't I set you as a target? Whatever. Okay. Linear. Now let's. Oh. Okay. SAS off. Let's. that's what's causing my issues. Because the RCS are right at the back and not at the front. Every time I try and put a little linear motion in, this thing rotates like crazy. Yep. Okay. So that's supposed to be, yeah. Shh. That is not doing what I wanted to do. But you can see the docking camera, which is a really cool mod, and if I was even pointing in the right direction, there we go. I'm sure it was just there. There it is. Yeah, see, that was my probe. Let's do the... Oh, MechJeb isn't even attached. Oh, I'm in so much trouble. Okay, RCS off. Let's just keep this coming sideways. I want to at least be able to bring this thing back to orbit. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's linear rotation. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. I'm gonna get there. T. Okay. I'm gonna deorbit this thing now, because this is just plain sucking. Okay, it's forward, backwards. No, I wanna go forwards in the retrograde direction. Wow, I've made this just so tough upon myself. So I think what could easily be happening is that I'm telling this thing that I want to go in the slow down direction, and it's not slowing down. Yeah, it's dropping off. Okay, now let's go back to regular mode. There we go, it's H. Okay, so we want no more fine controls. Fine controls are for crazies. Nope, not docking. Staging. There we go. Okay, here we go. Getting smaller. Bring this thing back into orbit and show a cool re-entry effect, and then call an end to this horrible fail of a video. Yeah, definitely mostly working. If I turn off the SAS, I should be able to roll just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I think yeah, I was doing so many things wrong. I'm not even going to start trying to say what I think was the thing I was doing wrong. Let's just summarize. I was doing everything badly, and together it didn't work. I think I also probably need to attach a probe body to that ship, otherwise it won't let me dock correctly. Yeah, I mean, there's so much stuff I did badly then. The important thing is that's going to be in the atmosphere. I've got heaps and heaps of fuel left in the RCS. Deorbiting myself nicely here. Going to bring it down to about 35 kilometers. Might go for 30. It's slightly disappointing that I haven't got the system set up correctly, that I put the MechJeb on the wrong part of the ship. I did kind of figure though that I was going to just turn around and redock and then everything was going to join back up. 30, that'll do. Let's where's our docking thingy? It's got to be here somewhere. There we go. Let's deactivate the docking camera, close the shield. Okay, perfect. Now hopefully, let's bring this thing around to the sunlight a bit. You can see that that's dropping away really slowly, not because I'm rotating, but because my orbit is changing and the Earth is rotating. So now we'll turn the SAS off again, just kick it back into the spot we're supposed to be. Now for those of you who don't know, you can hold down F and it gives you just a quick kind of tap of the SAS, so you can kind of get it to where you want it and get it to hold if you want to sort of do some fine maneuvers. I really wish that I had the MechJeb, because now I could turn on the smart autopilot and just say hold retrograde, and as the retrograde marker moves it would keep moving with it, which is just perfect. We're actually coming in quite fast, still speeding up a bit. I'm going to speed things up. Yeah, don't tell me what to do. Once we start to get into the thick part of the atmosphere, probably around about here, I'll start to change it a little bit. This is clearly very bad, because the first thing that's going to happen is the SAS is going to burn off, on a real re-entry anyway, and my parachutes are going to burn off, and my RCS tanks are all going to burn off, and all that I'm going to be left with is a banged up ship. Whoa, crazy stuff. Come on, speed this up a bit. Faster. Okay, we're still accelerating, so that means we haven't hit the atmosphere thick yet. What should happen is pretty soon it should start decelerating. Okay, pretty soon we should start decelerating. Whoa. Okay. Fine motor controls, please, people. Okay, that's mostly prograde. We want retrograde. Okay. No, we don't want to go in nose first. Oh, these people are going to get so sick. Nope. Stop it. Come on, I've almost got there. Well, we're coming in sideways. Whoop. Maybe that's my issue. Maybe it was because I had it on accelerated time. Yeah, you know, if you slow the game down back to normal time, you have a lot more control over everything. Come on! No, RCS can't fight it. There's just too much drag going on. Whatever. You're all gonna die because you're not gonna slow down enough. Yep, gonna die. Guess at least I can stop him rotating. Give him a nice view. Okay, hitting some Mach effects. We bring up the FAR system. We're currently at Mach 2. Yeah, we want to kind of try to stop ourselves rolling and work out which way is up and try and bring our nose up a little. Okay, we have a bit more control now. Pop those chutes and see if that saves us. I think we're going to nope. Okay. That is an example of what not to do. But it was a good example of what not to do, and another really good example of why it is that I'm not ready for a campaign kind of style play yet. So, hope you guys have enjoyed me making a fool of myself. Stay tuned for the next episode where I'm likely to do something equally crazy. Astocky out.